English teachers, today I have a treat for you. Today I'm going to share with you some great warm-up activities that you can do tomorrow in your English class. Let's go! I'm Deirdre Nicholas from Palm Tree Teaching TV, teacher, speaker and your personal English language coach. This lesson is especially for teachers because I've had a number of requests on how I can share some warmers with you, and I hope I can give you some new little ideas on how to teach them. Now, as you know, there are loads of warmers that you can do in class, great warmers, but they all have pretty much the same purpose, to engage your students into the learning. Of course, you can also use them to revise what you did in the last lesson or to learn something new. And also at the beginning of the year, the school year or the school term, they're great as a get-to-know-you activity. It's a chance for students to warm themselves up into English, like athletes do before a race. I have six to share with you, so let's get started right away with my first warmer, the alphabet game. Now, some of you have asked for warmers to help them with students learning the English alphabet, so this will do just that. It's suitable for primary, middle or secondary school students, as are all the warmers that you're going to see today. It's very simple and you'll be glad to hear there's no preparation. So it can be a very quick warmer or it can take longer if you choose. Choose a topic that relates to what you've been teaching them and put your students into teams. Each team has to find a word for each letter of the alphabet. So if you're going to use something like food, the students would find things like apple for A, butter for B, chocolate for C, and so on. The winner, or the winning team, is the team that finds the most words for the alphabet, ideally the whole alphabet. Now, my next warmer is for checking homework or reviewing an exercise the class may have done in class. It's called the homework grid. Now, this is quite a long warmer actually. In fact, it's longer than a warmer really. It's about 20 minutes, but it does vary homework correction and it encourages peer checking too. So, get your students into teams and on the board write a grid of squares. Each square is numbered the same as the homework answers. So for example, if there were 12 answers, you draw a grid on the board of 3 squares by 4 squares, making 12, and number them 1 to 12, and get your students to do the same in their books. Then get them to peer check their answers in their teams. Go round the teams asking for answers in turn. This is another reason why it can actually work for large groups as well. If the answer is correct from Team A, they win that square. If not, it goes over to Team B. Now, the object of it all is to win 3 squares in a row or 4 squares in a row of absolutely correct answers, and the first team that gets to that is the winner. There's lots of competition in this, of course, and it really motivates the students to get the right answers. My third warmer is a way of revising the last lesson that they had in a fun way, especially for kinesthetic learners, and it's called the jumping game. This warmer really gets the brain going for your students. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes, so not a long one. You don't need any preparation. You just write yes on one side of the board and no on the other. Then you get your students to line up in front of the board. Now, this can be quite a squeeze sometimes in classrooms, which adds to the fun and to the energy. It's really simple. Just ask your students comprehension questions about, for example, the last lesson or an exercise they've just done, or even if you've shared a little clip of a film together. And they have to jump for yes if the answer is yes, or no if the answer is no. In fact, if you're really lucky, they'll be so exhausted by the end of this exercise, they'll be really happy to sit down with their books and work at their desks afterwards. Oh, and before I share my number 4 warmer, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you don't miss out on any of my videos and lessons. I'm doing a really good playlist and selection of teaching English lessons. So my number 4 warmer is called Did You? It takes around 10 minutes and it revises past simple questions and answers. It could also be used as a consolidation at the end of the lesson after you've presented how to do past simple questions and answers, if you like. You put your students into pairs, so again you can do it with a large class if that's what you have, and they ask and answer with each other with past simple questions, yes, no answers. So they write down the activity that they've asked their partner and tick yes or no after their partner has answered it. So questions like, did you watch TV last night? And the other one of the pair answers either yes I did or no I didn't. And other questions such as, did you play on your computer last night? Yes I did, no I didn't, and so on. So when each person has a list of the activities that their other person in the pair has or hasn't done, they report to another pair or even to the whole class if you like. So for example, Ahmed watched TV last night, but he didn't play on his computer. You can use this with other tenses too. It works very well with the present continuous or with future going to. Now, warmer number 5 is a great quick one and with no preparation again, which you'll be pleased to know. It's called facts and the students do all the work. Give the students a topic, it could be revision, it's up to you, and get the students to write down as many true facts about that topic as they can in, say, 4 minutes. It could be a topic such as travelling or dogs or whatever you've been teaching them. You could use this as an introduction to your next topic. So start the lesson by asking your students what facts they know about a particular topic. Then present the topic during the class and then do exactly the same activity at the end, and you'll find that your students know way more facts about whatever it is you've been teaching them. It shows how much learning has taken place in the class. Before I get to my next warmer, if you would like to have me as your own personal coach, just email me on deirdre@palmtreeteaching.com, as I'd love to help you. I'll put the link down below in the description. Okay, so for my last warmer, number 6 is called word chain. Students throw a ball to each other and name a word that starts with the last letter of the previous word, and that's what creates the word chain. So for example, something like ball, light, tree, and so on. Now, timing-wise, this can take 5 minutes if you're strict, or it can extend out to 10 or 15 if you choose. Now, of course, you can vary this a lot. You can choose an area of vocabulary that you want your students to practice and revise. Now, you could do it for grammar too. How about this as a really challenging idea? What about getting them to do it for irregular verbs? Each person who catches the ball has to call out a different irregular verb. This can be lots of fun. Make sure you go and watch my other videos. I put links to the other teaching videos, particularly in the description underneath this video. I've done videos on games and on teaching English to young learners as well, which I'm sure you'll find interesting. And do like and subscribe to this amazing channel where you will improve your English fast and build up your English fluency. Oh, and don't forget to share it with your colleagues as well. I'd love to hear what you think about this video, so please do leave a comment below. And if you have any ideas about other topics, particularly to do with teaching, do please let me know in the comments below. So enjoy your teaching, and I'll see you really soon. Bye!